Livonia, Georgia area. Get the sunrise, and I haven't been live forever, so I figured I'd come say hi because I'm actually in a door. I'm in a dock door, a drive-in door. What are you guys doing? Let's give it a chance to, what does this button do? Oh, there's all kinds of different little, okay, never seen that before. Go like black and white. What do you guys think? I don't know if this is a new thing or I've just never seen this. Document. Good morning, Steven. How you doing, man? Big Rig. How you doing, brother? Big Rig Spot. That's a cool name. We're out here in Georgia, about 5 miles into Georgia. Got all these weird things I can do. I think I'm just gonna go normal. Nope, that's not normal. How's that? That better? Dustin, what's going on? Richard, how you doing? Hello, Hawaii. How you doing, man? Wish I was hanging out with you. Beautiful out there. I haven't been to Hawaii in a long time. Lee, what's up? Kush, how you doing, man? Jason, what's going on, brother? You in the lake today? What up, brother? Jason Vincent, Jason Bagwell. Jason Bagwell's a Greenville guy like me. Russ, man, how you doing? Just hanging out. Good morning. You guys were up early too. Figured it's just my East Coast friends. Chris A, Richard, Dustin, Hecka, what's going on? Croatia, how you doing, Croatia? I guess it's nighttime for you guys. Aaron L, how you doing? Trying to get all you guys, but Scott, what's going on? We are just hanging out here. Patrick R, what's up? Australia, what's going on, man? Greg Lynch, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a while, buddy. How you doing? Hooked on Chronic, what's up, buddy? Tom Williams, how you doing? Chuck, Henry, what's going on? Trying to get to the bottom, huh? You guys are commenting quick. Good morning, God bless, buddy. Chad, Jason, Dollywood, heck yeah, man. Enjoy it up there, buddy. It's getting warm enough to get up there for those water parks. Vernon, how you doing? Mark, what's going on? Okay, I gotta get this thing off my screen. I got some kind of weird thing on the bottom. Doing great, there you go. Thanks a lot, Grand P. It's been 115. You must be out there in the valley, man. Jeez, Southern California. Jonathan, Lexington, how you doing, man? That's where I bought my Hellcat, man. Bought my Hellcat in Lexington, South Carolina. Eric Bryan, good morning. DJ, what's going on? Ryan, how you doing? Ohio, man. How's Ohio looking right now? The freight's still doing pretty good up there? South's getting a little better, but not great. Cali boys, there you go. Grew up in Southern and Northern California, man. Radford, Virginia, love it up there, man. I wish I could get more runs up towards the 81, towards Richmond and all that. That sun is beaming right in my face. We got a little, maybe you guys can see it. It'll be on today's video. I did like a little bit of droning, but oh yeah. The sun is coming up. It's kind of like misty in the air. I'm back to work. Uber Eats. There you go, Henry. Good morning from England. What's up, Chris Ward? How you doing? What's England looking like? Everybody pray for those protests out there in France too, man. Like, jeez, the whole world's going crazy. Hot weather, freezing in Australia. I guess it's your guys' winter, huh? FLD is doing great, Richard. If you watched yesterday's video, I got the oil pan gasket. Oh my goodness. That was not an easy feat at all. Ryan, what's going on? Hit and miss. There you go. That's how it, at least the South is starting to not hit, but be useful where you can actually do something. Wet and raining. Oh man. Yeah, AutoZone, not a great design. You come in as a blindside and you have your tandems already slid. It's like, who designs these things? Not truck drivers. And you would think AutoZone would be kind of, I don't know, automotive friendly, but no. Then we got a bunch of US Express trailers here. I guess they got bought by Swift. Good morning, Jason. How you doing, man? AZ, you're up early, buddy. Sad my brother out there, also a Jason. Michigan still in the dumpster. Where Michigan rates. You running drive ad? Jason, I am, man. Just a short 50-mile run, but it took me like within 15 miles of where our lake property is. So I said, hey, I'll just take that and I'll go deliver in the morning, and then we'll get back and do some. We did some swimming last night, actually, like at 8:30 at night. We jumped in the water. But yeah, we'll do some some fun stuff today. I think I might buy a tube because the boys are, Kylan's just old enough. My youngest boy is like 4.5. I feel like he'll enjoy it, so we can get a tube and I'll go out there. What's up, Roll? That's a cool name, man. Good morning, bro. Damn, your truck is sexy. Thanks a lot, Hooked. Make Swift even better. I'm telling you. Put US Express and Swift together. Here we go. Trucking with Lady D. How you doing? Good morning. What are you going to get another seat? Everyone keeps asking that. Do you know who asks that the most? My middle son, Kason. Dad, I'm going to get another seat. So seat's my last worry. I want to go ahead and nail out all the stuff that's going to break, like the leaking oil pan, and air conditioning's fixed now. Probably get new tires on it. They're 11Rs. So it's about, I can get them for about $300 a piece. So there's just different stuff I want to get right. Outside and mechanical, and a big oil leak wouldn't have been so good with DOT getting pulled in, so I had to get that taken care of. Pittsburgh, what's going on, Trayman? Ben's Radio, what's going on? We are just hanging out. Walcott Truckers Jamboree is next weekend. There you go. Where's Walcott at? Sorry for asking, but I'm not 100% sure. Makes uh-oh, my phone's doing weird stuff. Nice short runs, paying better. Yeah, that's running down to Orlando for $1,100. Not okay. I'd rather take this one for $425 for 50 miles, and could cover a lot of my fuel costs I had for the cement loads this week. What's world? Oh, okay, Iowa 80. Okay, nice. I've only been there once, and not in a truck. I was like driving through in a car. Minnesota, what's up, James? Not, but I've only been there once. I wasn't a trucker back then, so I didn't really know what I was looking at or what the nostalgia of what I was around. 90 and nasty, man, Greg. It's 78 right now. It's 7 a.m., so we're not too much better. From Kansas, yeah. Swift drivers need to be taken off. It's not just the Swift drivers. They have the most drivers, so that's why everyone gives them a bad rap. It's kind of crazy. It's so foggy and misty right now. Like the sun is burning all this off. I wonder if we're gonna have a clear day. The sun is overwhelming. Look at that. All that mist. It's like that movie. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've never been to Highway 80, but I've never heard a bad thing about it. Everyone just says how cool it is, like the biggest truck stop out there. So I said, that's cool. 30 minutes from Highway 80. There you go. Enjoy your cold for the next few hours, but yeah, it's going to be hot later. I'll be a real big, real nice live on Ren, yeah. Yeah, it'd be a cool truck show to go to, but for us, like, it doesn't make sense right now, you know, to go do stuff. This morning, guys, I had to, like, cut off. I locked my trailer with the Kingpin lock, and I locked the Glad Hand. You don't know what that is, like the airline. And for some reason, the key would not go in it, no matter what I tried. And I had to be getting here, so I had to cut it off, but I actually, my dumb butt, after I cut it, I touched the little piece that I cut, it was just plastic, and the plastic got on my finger. It was scalding hot, so I was like, ah! And I should have had my gloves on. I had my gloves in my hand, and yeah, we scalded our finger a little bit there, so that's going to feel great in the water, I'm sure. I live in Iowa. There you go. We're driving through the fog right now between Columbia and Florence. There you go. Yeah, you're just like same kind of South Carolina morning fog, or mist, whatever you want to call it. I don't really know if it's fog. Take you all day just to go through it. Wow, that's cool. It's like Disneyland. I got a question. Don't hate out loud. I don't know where there's no sleeper trucks, but is a sleeper truck longer? Yeah, never a dumb question. Definitely a sleeper truck's longer than a day cab because it has the extra sleeper behind the seats, so your wheelbase will be longer. Like my truck's wheelbase is 350 something, and definitely like a day cab is way shorter. My FLD's, I don't know how many feet shorter, probably 3 or 4 or 5 feet shorter than this one. So yeah, it's definitely a shorter wheelbase, but it maneuvers way better. Like right now when I turned around with my tandem slid, and then I backed in my door the regular way, not blindside, and it still took me 4 tries like this to get my trailer straight. The day cab would have been a lot easier because you have a back window, plus you have a small wheelbase. JB Huntlow from Memphis to Melody. There you go, man. That's awesome. I mean, it's $2.50 a mile. I think Medley is way down there by Miami, yeah. So that would have been awesome if it was like Orlando area. But you gotta take what you can get. What's up, Music City? How you doing, man? Playing in the rain in Illinois. That's awesome, man. England. What's up, Mark? You guys are. It's crazy when you go live early in the morning. You get people from all over the world. Highway 80 is very nice place to stay as a trucker. Been there 3 times. Lots of parking. Yeah, that's what I love about the. I guess I could kind of equate it to what's it called? It's the one off 81, the big TA or the Petro. Always parking. You're never going to go there and not find parking. But during 2020, 2019, there was a couple times where it was packed and you still had to like find a spot. But if you go to the very back, you would always find something. Got a load in Georgia going up to Massachusetts. There you go. There you go, Kevin. What's going on, man? Roll easy, buddy. Timothy, what's going on? Good morning. You need a reefer trailer going down there? Yeah, if you're going to Florida, you need a reefer. And I was talking, Truck Smarter has like a Discord every week, like a live chat where you can get in there. And I was in there yesterday. It's always on Friday. And they do it for like an hour. And it's all owner-operators, and we're all talking about different stuff. And the reefer guys were in there, and I guess there's like a USDA report of like produce, meat, everything that's coming in and it has like the price that the one-to-one shipper is paying the broker. So definitely a resourceful thing to have. And these guys were like, we live and die by it. Like it helps us so much when we're negotiating with the brokers. I'm like, that's pretty cool. I don't have a reefer, but that's a cool thing to have. South Florida, what's up, Bullfrog? Good morning from Ontario. What's up, NH? How's Florida right now? How warm is it, man? I haven't been there forever. I wish. David Watson, good morning, North Carolina. I really wish I had something decent going to Florida because I'd like to get the boys, because summer's ending. Summer's, what, 4 or 5 weeks away? I don't know. I have to ask T-Dubs, but I'm going to have a first grader and a second grader now. It's going to be crazy. And then Colin's sending me home for 1 more year. Isn't that crazy? Colin's still not going to school, how big he is. He's almost as tall as Kaysen. And he's going to be a gigantic kindergartner. Good morning, Matthew. Good morning, Mike Clark. Got 17 loads a week from Charleston to Pensacola. There you go. God, that's kind of going straight across. You go to Charleston, probably down to Jacksonville, and then shoot over. It's not bad. Not a bad run. Oklahoma. Thanks a lot, Kenny. Highway is good. Food all the time. I'm busy. What's going on? I haven't seen you in a while. Driving's not looking better. This was just something that popped up, and it took me a while. I had to negotiate forever to get this thing finally. It was like 2 days of negotiating. They're finally like, fine. It was because it was the next day. They're like, just take it. I'm like, all right. Dominican Republic. There you go. San Diego. I love San Diego. Hottest time of the year for us. Yeah, somebody was saying that the hottest day on record was yesterday. And then before that, it was like 2 days before that. So definitely warm out here. Lease a referral trailer and do the produce runs. Yeah, you can lease a trailer. I don't know if there's that much money in it, because when I look at the reefer loads, they're not much more than dry van. But the cool thing about it might be a good thing for me to do. But I don't know, you guys that are reefer guys in here, what good is coming out of South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, going to Florida that's produce? Are they bringing produce down there, or meat? They probably are bringing meat, like chicken. There's a big Tyson chicken factory right, I'm pretty close to it. It's right on the South Carolina, Georgia border, going into Atlanta. DHL driver, there you go, father and son trucker, there you go. You're going to start driving the day cab and not pulling. Dwayne, I'm trying, man. The whole insurance thing is the biggest thing right now, and IRP for the day cab, I'm getting that done. Because even if I'm not going to run the day cab all the time, or if the dry van market comes back, I'd love to be doing what I'm doing right now. It's what I did for the last 4 years. Morning from 57 in Illinois, that's not bad. But if the market continues to crash and it's all cement, I'll probably just insure the FLD and retire the W900 for a while. But I'd like to keep them both, but it just doesn't make sense to pay that much insurance, even though I'm blessed to have my insurance be so low. Oakley, she told me 107. Man, in Oakley, California, right? That's outside of where I grew up. Yeah, Richard, I'm keeping both trucks. Yeah, Trucker Craig, what's going on? But yeah, I'll be keeping both trucks. I just kind of made that point. I will drop that down. There you go, Mike Clark. The Green APU is actually rolling right now. Just trying to get some oil hot in there and keep the belts and everything fresh. Because that thing hasn't ran that much at all. Because I just go out and back. I don't ever stop. I don't really ever use the APU. Yep, next to Antioch. There you go. One of my best friends lives out there. He's a SWAT team guy. He was in the police force forever out there. SWAT team for Oakley. I can't really. My trailer is disconnected. That's nothing to make you do here. Slide your tandems, blind side back, and then disconnect your trailer and sit in front of it. But I can't feel my trailer moving. Can kind of look back there. The guy next to me, his trailer, you can see his walls moving, so he's getting unloaded. He got here right before me, so hopefully we're not too far after it. But Hawaii only has Peterbilt. Really? Oh yeah. You don't have much room out there. Are you on Oahu? There's not much room at all out there. I wouldn't even imagine you'd have many trucks because you probably have box trucks. You probably don't have any big trucks like these out there in Hawaii. You don't have to move it much. Reefer picking up multi-stop reefer. Whoop, I just pushed something wrong on my phone. H&M loads going into Florida from Nashville, South Florida. Okay, Music City, there you go. So you can get stuff out of here going in there. I was thinking like probably chicken products, probably like lunch meats, probably, I don't know the reefer industry. I just never got one. You grew up in Walnut Creek? There you go. I love Walnut Creek, man. Mount Diablo, Amish country, Pennsylvania. Yeah, I've never seen Amish people until I started truck driving. And I was actually in Delaware one time, and that's when I like came to a gas station. I was parked at like a 5-spot place for trucks, and I was sitting there waiting to reset. And it was like the Amish hangout, and all these people kept pulling up in these buggies. I was like, where am I right now? It's funny. That's where I first got introduced to the Amish. I'm going back to trucking in 2 weeks. There you go. Gary, what's up, UK? What time is it over there, guys, for the UK? Morning, Russ. Yeah, I'm trying. We're only about 19 miles from the house, so I'm just gonna go straight back to the house. Thanks, Texas Gator. Well, I haven't been live forever, so it's easy for me to go live when I'm sitting in a door. I haven't been in a door very often. Thanks a lot, Coach. And Stewie, how you guys doing, man? I guess I think you guys are working together now, running Reefer as well. So that's maybe something I have to look into, dude. Reefer game. I just don't want another motor to worry about, but I guess if the money's better and if it lets me do what I like to do anyways and go to Florida, that might be a better thing to do. And right now is definitely the time to buy trailers. So maybe I'll talk to my buddies at Southeast Trailer Market and look for a Reefer trailer for when the market does come back. Cumberland, Maryland. What's going on, Derek? But trucking here is more steady than tourism. A lot of trucks here do part-time bus driving. There you go. Chris Perry, yeah, we're doing good. 12:30 in the UK. Okay. You guys are midnight. Morning from Toronto. Glad you got driving. Yeah, Randy, it's nice. That's what I told T-Dubs. I was just like, it's nice to pull my own trailer for a second, even if it was a Saturday, like next day drop in the mornings. I said, it's perfect. So I just picked it up and rolled it. Roll Tide. There you go, Mark. Yeah, Saban's pretty happy about that. He says he's going to coach till he's 90 or something. We'll see what the college football looks like. I guess Deion Sanders had some kind of surgery, emergency surgery. Be interesting to see what Colorado does in the Pac-12. It should be an interesting season all the way around. I don't know what Georgia's going to do. They got stacked defense and offense, but that quarterback really was the key. He didn't get drafted very high, but he's definitely going to. Detroit, what's up? He's definitely going to be, I think, somebody to be a great quarterback in the NFL. And it's going to be interesting. I really want to see that Carolina quarterback, the #1 pick, see what he can do in the NFL. Because they've been making all these funny memes about him being really small, but the NFL players are just huge. Those linemen are like 6'7", 330, so they're big dudes. I mean, the college guys are big too at Alabama, but all these guys are really good. 25 years pulling Reefer, you love it. There you go, Mike Clark. There are Mennonite in your area. Well, I don't know what that is. Is that my APU was acting up yesterday. Made me wish I had the green APU. And yeah, especially if you're going down to Florida, Kevin. I mean, you're going to Massachusetts, buddy, but it's still getting warm. It's not everywhere for the summer. William, pretty soon, man. I bought one of those HDMI splitters because the one I bought was just like a cord, 2 ins, 1 out, and that did not work very well. So now I have like one like has its own plug, has all these different settings you can do on it, has a remote. But I bought that one and I just tested it and it works awesomely. So now I bought 2 more. It should be here soon, and that's what we really need to have all the cameras working and all the computers and all the streaming going. Market gets better. I hope the market gets better for everybody. I hope the country gets better. Like, just ran better. It seems like there's a bunch of kind of smoke and mirror stuff going on, like stuff being found at the White House, a submarine blowing up, which was super tragic. That was unfortunate. But like, it just seems like all these stories are hiding from what's really going on with our government, our world. I don't know. I'm not a politician, but just want us to all thrive and have a good life. It just seems like the best interest of the people, all of us, isn't really the best interest of the higher ups right now. Me either. Hooked. There you go. When do you haul cement? Is it dry or mixed? Yeah, Kevin, it's we have to really be careful not to get it wet. So if it's raining, like, you can't open your hatch. It's if you know concrete, it has a bunch of gravel and stuff in it. That's the base of it. Then it has kind of a powdery substance. That's the powder. This is what I'm bringing. It's like a hardening agent. So it's called the Portland cement, limestone based. That's what hardens. So it over time, the top of the trailers and stuff, you have to like chip off some of it because it gets caked on there. But yeah, it's not the finished product. We take it to the manufacturers who mix it with the gravel and stuff, and then that's the finished product. Fly ash limestone. There you go. Behind you yesterday when I was on the way. There you go. When you were coming through Columbia and it started. Dude, Stan, that was crazy, right? I was like, and it only lasted for maybe 5 minutes. Everybody was going like 10 miles an hour, but it was downpouring. You couldn't see very far in front of you. It's crazy. Belfast. What's up, Ireland? How you doing, Thomas? That's a country I would love to visit. You guys have some beautiful grounds. The yard jockey guy just kind of rips around this place, taking trailers everywhere. Randall Gee, what's going on? Stan, yeah, it was wild. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. God, I saw it coming, but I wasn't expecting it to be that hard. Steven, thanks, man. Glad I found you. Thanks a lot, Hooked. Yeah, man, California buddies. I love California, man. It was different when I grew up there in the 80s. It was a fun place to ride bikes around and take the bus for $1 down to the beach, come back. It was cool. Great place. It's still a pretty place, but it's got their own stuff going on. It costs more to pay taxes than it does for me to pay for my house out there. Oh yeah, he's pulling another one. They all have like lift gates on these AutoZone trailers because they go to the stores, but not a very well thought out place to be. Yeah, we're gonna make it work. Trucking is always gonna be here. It's Jay's Life. What's going on, man? From Florida. In and out, double. There you go. NCAA football. I know. I'm gonna miss summer, but I'm not. My boys will have their friends back. They'll have a set schedule. But we're living it up, going to the lake as much as we can. Would like to take more trips, but there's just not any trucking loads. Put a cross on the FOD. I don't know. I talked to my buddy traveling with the Bells. Uber Freight just texted me. What is that about? Also from Florida. There you go. I'm doing good, Jay. How you doing, man? Finally got a dry van load so I could use my trailer. It's been sitting there for, what, a year? No, not a year. It's been sitting there for a while, though. This place is pretty well run. They're unloading the guy next to me. There's not even any green or red lights. There's no light system. So, and the lines were painted by somebody that was drunk when they got here. Like, one of them's like this, and the other one's like this. I was like, I'll just get between these two yellow lines you guys put everywhere. Ken, thanks a lot, man. There'll actually be drone shots today. I did them this morning of the sunrise. Will I buy a Tesla? I don't think so. I like the sound of the Hellcat. I like being able to put fuel in it, whenever I want to, and not have to. Renting that Tesla in California made you realize like just how like you're kind of limited. The infrastructure of where you can charge it, even in California, you have to go to certain places, and everybody else is going there too, especially on like a holiday. So, and then charging it at the house, we charged it for a day and a half, and it still wasn't fully charged. It was like 75%. But we were using it also, but just around town a little bit, and it still wasn't fully charged. But that was like the 220 plug into the wall charger, not the supercharger. Yeah, we're not prepared. Just the infrastructure. They would have to make half the pumps at the gas stations like all be electric, and then what if the power grid goes down? It just seems like I'm thinking of like a bigger picture of kind of, I don't want. They're all talking about AI, and AI is getting really smart. If you guys haven't heard about this stuff, you can ask an AI to like write you a poem or write you a well thought business plan or a business bio for your company, and they will do better than you would ever imagine you could do. And it's all computer generated, and they're starting to like think for themselves, and it's kind of scary. So that's why they're saying we need to slow this down. We don't want a real life Terminator going on. But on the same note of that, like everything's run off power, and then if they decide to just shut the power off, I got to get on a bike and pedal and charge your Tesla. So I don't like the control. I mean, at the same time, they can stop refining fuel, but other people you can make fuel from ethanol. You can make fuel from different stuff. It's not the cleanest burning and all that, but people can do it. So people can make it themselves. You just need the core products of it, the oil. But either way, electricity seems like you're kind of binded by the nuclear plants and people shutting them off. Buy Tesla stock. There you go. Just woke up from a hell of a night, checked my phone, and you're live. There you go, Richard. Thanks a lot for stopping in, man. I'm trying to figure out there's a bunch of, not a bunch, but different buttons on this thing. God bless you too, Richard. Morning, Justin, easy rolling. What's up, game boss? Thanks a lot, man. Keeping up with the Jones. What's going on? Now, new employment, just a clickbaity thing. Just actually working drive in at AutoZone. For all U.S., yeah, not prepared for all electric cars. Tesla would be bad if you can add a solar system. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad, but it's so many watts or amps or whatever you call it. Solar system is not going to really catch up to charging it every day. And then if you live in a cloudy environment or if it's winter, think about that stuff. It's not always sunny everywhere in the world. Just kind of like that, the hybrid thing, or even the hydrogen thing would seem like the best process, but it seems like there's a reason they're pushing so hard for electric. I don't know why. Don't know why. Getting old 12 valve Cummins. There you go. I got a 5.9 24 valve in my 2006 Dodge. I love that truck. Casey was talking to me the other day, my middle son. He's like, Dad, can I have the red truck when I'm in high school? I was like, maybe you'll get the red one. Maybe Tank will get Kyle and my youngest will get the white one. You doing okay? I'm doing great, Mr. Odd. How you doing? To be honest, I don't believe in electric, but I own a lot of Tesla stock. There you go. Whatever works, man. It's the power company wanting to charge us more, I guess. Yeah. Who knows? But then they were like shutting down nuclear reactors. I'm like, doesn't make any sense. We're shutting down electric producing things, but we're making more electric stuff. I don't know. Either way, red truck with the bags. Oh yeah, I sold that truck, man. That's how I got my 2006. Gotta watch the videos back then, man. I traded that truck for my old truck I used to have in Arizona, which was crazy. I told the guy I had to sell it, and my wife told me to sell it before I could buy another car. And I showed him this. Hey, I gotta sell this, and he just said, "Hey, I'll take that. I want that truck." And I said, "Okay, cool." So we traded, and I got my old truck back. It's pretty crazy. We have 23 pallets, and they haven't even started on it. So this guy, I think next to me, is about done. They said when they're done, they come out and they give you your paperwork. I said, "Okay." CFI is rolling in. Nice Peterbilt. Cool looking headlights. Or is that Kenworth? I think it's Kenworth. Check it out. Looks a good looking truck. Cool headlights. There you go. Rolling into the party. Oh yeah. What else do we got coming? Sanders, another Kenworth. Doesn't have the cool headlights though. Does not have the cool headlights. Can Can you imagine if every vehicle has electric, how quiet it would be? Yeah, it'd be crazy. It is a crazy thing about a Tesla is you don't hear anything, really quiet. But it had a lot of wind noise for unless it was I don't know if it was an accident or what. I guess the military's working on some hydrogen fueled vehicles. Yeah, editing some videos for my channel. There you go, Mr. Odd. Hydrogen, yeah. Greg Lynch. It seems like they shut that down pretty quickly because it wasn't a moneymaker. The hydrogen thing. Also, it's dangerous because the hydrogen bomb is pretty intense. All the time driving dry van trailers, though. I've never been to this place. Straight pipes save lives. That's exactly. Almost in your area. Was traveling to Beaufort, Georgia. That's not far. Xeon. Beaufort just right over here. I mean, it is 100 miles from our house, but not too bad. Yeah, the W9 is nice. I love the hood trucks, but fuel mileage and all that stuff. The amenities and the insides of some of these newer trucks, pretty good stuff. Rochester, New York. What's up, Jonathan? Rates are not great still. No, this load had to move and they came up to my price finally. Worst place to deliver. What happened to that comment? Okay, two food warehouses. Cisco and US Food. Yeah, and then what was the other one I did? McLean? Delivered there, man. What's up, Callie? How you doing? Callan? Was there a collision on 95? Exit 177? No, I don't think so. I got through there at 6 a.m. a little bit before that. I exited. The way it took me on the GPS, I got right into Georgia and I took like the second exit right over the bridge of the water, so I don't know. Annery, a few years back, not far from me. Yeah, Dwayne, that's right. I picked up there, man. There's a Henkel, like a chemical plant out there that I picked up at. I live in Annery. I like the look of the new Internationals. Yeah, they're pretty good looking trucks. The new Peterbilts look pretty cool too. Really slanted front ends. Freightliner's kind of the same old. I do like the way the FLD looks though. I never really knew about those trucks, and then I was just looking for the motor. I wasn't looking for a certain kind of truck, and then FLD seemed to have a lot of the 12.7 Detroits, and I was like, I'll get one of these. Tell us about the IFTA and appointed. What does that mean? IFTA is the international fuel tax, so every state wants their cut of fuel money and taxes, and so if you drive a bunch in someone else's state and you're buying your fuel in another state, they want the tax on that money. So that's how they set it up. I don't know why they don't just tax the fuel you're buying anyways, but so like Pennsylvania is one of the worst. A lot of the northeast states are. California. So if you run, you pretty much want to, I don't know the equation of it, but if you run a lot in a certain state, you want to buy your fuel in that state. But if you run a little bit in one state, you want to at least buy a little bit of fuel in that state. And there's an equation to it, which is probably not super hard to figure out, but a lot of guys get it down to a science where you buy just enough fuel in every state that it equals out the amount of tax they're going to charge you for not buying fuel in their state. So hope that makes sense. I'm old school. There you go. Tell us about IFTA. There you go. Yeah, Dwayne, that's what one of the guys that works at the shop that is part of the company I run cement for. He lives and dies by them. He's worked on so many of them. He was the guy that kind of helped me yesterday. He's like, yeah, I've done like 10 of those gray gaskets. They're a pain in the butt, but they're the best one. And he's like, just get it warm and it'll stay in there. I said, okay. What happened with the guy with the Reefer? He's doing good. Only me. He got a new motor in there. He dropped a not a brand new one, but like a LKQ kind of thing, like out of a wrecked truck, and he's running again. So he sent me a picture of him running again. So good job, David. And his pulling Reefer still. So he's still trying to make it out here like all of us. That is exit 177, maybe just 5 of that. You're in my neck of the woods. Getting like Sunday. There you go, Stuart. Possibly running into you. So there you go, yeah. We'll be out there Sunday for a little bit. We'll probably be at the Rock Jump. Look like rates are going to bounce back. I don't know. I'm not. Jonathan, man, I wish I could tell you. Mistaken, I believe the state of Michigan has the highest max weight trucks you can haul. I don't know. That would explain all roads. Yeah. Ohio's got some bad roads. South Carolina has some bad roads too, but they're actually ripping them up. So I don't know about the 95. I haven't ran down to Florida in a long time, but that's pretty bad on 95. They just like, for some reason, pour big rectangles of concrete out there, and then when it rips apart, they just pour it again. I'm like, all right. But they definitely need to redo that whole road. It's bad. Stephen Williams, good morning. Yes, we do. They get to catch a live show. Woohoo, how's the kids? They're doing great. The boys are probably still sleeping because we were out swimming in the lake about till like 9 at night. I launched the boat and the boys were like, can we swim? I'm like, go ahead. So they jumped off the back of the boat. I turned the lights on and keep on trucking. Thanks a lot, Oscar. You too, man. I'm just glad to have a dry van load, even if it's a 50-mile dry van load. I gotta pull my trailer and sit in the dock and go live. Because this is what I used to do. If you guys are new to my channel, I used to just go places and then talk about where I was at, go live while I was there, and see all kinds of different places. It was fun. Different challenges of where we went. Southern Illinois has some terrible roads, yeah. Christian Truth, how you doing? Good morning. What's up, Robert? Good morning. Yeah, everyone's starting to wake up out here because we went live a little early on the East Coast. Still, 4 a.m. out there in the West. My brother's probably awake. He wakes up that early. Early riser, military. My brother's getting a pool done. He's should be done pretty towards the end of July. I don't know if we'll be able to make it out there though. Get tickets to go see him, but that'd be kind of cool to end the summer with going to see Uncle Jason, swimming his new pool. He's got a nice big pool he's doing out there. I'm trying to just tell it how it is. Take the jet skis out. Yeah, Dwayne. One of them's actually parked at our house now, and the other one's Josh Jeffers. What's going on, man? Good morning. The blue one's over at my neighbor's house. My buddy, my neighbor at the other house, and then he's also like a 5-mile away neighbor at the lake. Because we do go over there a lot, it's nice to run through his little cove area. It's got some cool little forks in the back of it. And then I put the other one at our house just because I want to have one over there too in our cove. William, there you go, 445 in San Diego. I love San Diego. You've always been Jetsbury. Yep. Good morning. What's up, Aaron? How you doing? So you guys love lake. I love it. I just love the lake. Watch your videos every time. I've been seeing your film. Thanks a lot, Matt Hatter. Yeah, we have our good days or bad days, but we're just trying to make the best of the days we have with our boys, because sometimes they're frustrating. They're crazy three little boys, and they're fighting with each other a lot sometimes, but you realize that one day they're going to be older and not going to be interested in you as much as they are right now. So try and live as much as you can with them and enjoy their little voices and their little innocence, because they're going to get older and like different things eventually. An agent looked into voice acting. You have that radio commercial. Thanks a lot, Kim. But yeah, I'm just coming in is way better than Darren. That's to be debated, man. I think just chilling. I was gonna race today, tomorrow, but due to the forecast weather, I had to back out. Yeah, they might. Good morning, Easley. How you doing, Catherine? The Cummins into Detroit. Cummins is definitely an awesome motor. It's great power. It's reliable, but when it does break, the amount of money you pay to replace stuff on the Cummins is night and day more expensive than the Detroit. So, like that oil pan gasket was like brand new, off the shelf, was from the dealer, was like $60, I think, and then on Amazon, eBay, it was like $35 to $30 you could get it for, brand new. And a Cummins oil pan gasket's like $120, $125. It's just, everything's more expensive. Turbos, $4,000 for a Cummins, $400 for a Detroit. At least the old Detroit. The newer Detroits, I've never had a DD15 or anything like that. That's true. I reckon you buy the trucks one day, then your side. Yeah. Which of your boys will drive the freight shaker? I don't know. Probably Kaysen, probably, or Tank. Who knows? The Cash is not interested in it. Cash will be the broker. Cash will be the computer guy, way more than he'll be a truck driver. So he's my intellectual, smart kid. He's gonna be like he told me he wants to be a coder the other day. I'm like, where do you learn these things from? You watching on YouTube? Someone's teaching you how to code or talking about coding. But I think that's where his mind's at. Cheapest truck to repair. I mean, everyone has their problems. Probably a Freightliner, I would say, but then again, the Freightliner after treatment system is pretty bad. So I would say probably like what I bought, the 12.7 Detroit, like an FLD or a Classic XL, which is a Freightliner. Those trucks that had that 12.7 with the manual transmission, you were pretty good. Like a rebuild kit on a 12.7 Detroit's from anywhere from like $1,800 to $2,500, I think. It's not much at all compared to a Cummins, which is like $7 grand, $8 grand. Or Ford F650s. There you go. Ford and Cummins was beefing on who fixes which parts they couldn't fix. One thing I have a problem with Ford, definitely enjoy the time and grow. Yeah, they do grow fast, Randall. 2 boys and 2 girls. There you go. That's awesome, man. Congrats. Lone Star, what's going on? The Cat, man. The Cat's a great motor too, Lone Star. But the parts, like I said, like the Cummins, they're more expensive than the Cummins. Like the most expensive parts to repair are the Caterpillar motors, and they're harder to find because they don't make them anymore. But just like 12.7 Detroit, they don't make them anymore. But they made so many of them that they made so many parts to fix them. Would you buy a automatic? What's up? I would never, unless I have some kind of problem one day with my legs or something, which I pray I don't. I like the manual because it's easy to swap out, especially if you have a 10-speed Eaton Fuller, which is the most common transmission for manual. They're everywhere. Any transmission shop you go to, I know a shop that I got my leaf springs done. I forget what the name of it. It's like Leaf and Spring, Carolina Leaf and Spring or something like that. They had like 40 Eaton Fuller 10-speed just sitting on the shelf. It's like, okay. Number 4 baby's due on 23rd. There you go, Lone Star. Congrats, man. That is awesome. I need to do a video on axle ratios. What is the best? That, Richard, I do not have expertise on, man. It depends on like the hills you're going through and your top speed. So the higher number gear, the more like off the line, the lower top end you're gonna have. The lower number gear, the more top end you're gonna have. So think about that. Like in a car per se, if you had like a 410 gear, you're gonna be able to spin the tires really quickly taking off. If you had like a 270 something gear, you're gonna be able to go 100 miles an hour in a lower gear. Your RPMs will be lower in your car when you're going 100 miles an hour. Where at NC? I don't know. My stepmom is part of a 1 million. There you go, Stefan. That's awesome, man. North Carolina, what's up, Jeffrey? God bless you too, Randall. Some of the Kenworth and Cummins have rights. Who's fixing what? Same with Kenworth and Cummins. Always fight who's fixing what your family have. That's another thing. The engineering. That's what I was talking about. Go back to Ford. It seems like they engineer things so that you have to have a manual and know exactly how to take it apart or what processes or steps to take. Like forever, the Power Stroke Ford trucks, you had to pull the whole truck off to get to work on the motor. To pull the whole cab was easier than pulling the motor up. And same thing with the Packard motor. What's the best lesser known spots on the coast? Lesser known spots on the coast. Robert, you want to find between Myrtle Beach and Charleston, or between Charleston and Savannah, wherever you're living? There's all kinds of little towns out there on the water that you can. Please save the signs. It's like, I need to talk to my merchandise guy. Make some shirts or something of a truck just nailing a sign and keep driving and just. And the thing about it is, like, I don't know, South Carolina's sign. Oh, he's dragging the landing gear on the yard jockey. Whoops. When did they put those signs back up? Because exit 54, I'm going to continue to watch my poor sign that got smashed to the ground and see when they actually fix it. Trucking school, what's up? They changed it, man, 2 years ago, where you had to have, don't quote me, I forget, 60 or 70 hours, I think it was. But you used to be able to go to like a weekend school, like a week school, and be done that weekend, which I don't. I'm glad they got rid of that, because some people shouldn't be driving cars, let alone trucks. And so it's like 3 or 4 months. Mine was 3 months. Mine started in February, March, April, May. So February 18th to May 5th, I finished mine. We had a couple little breaks in there on spring break. OBX, there you go. We're gonna be 14K to replace my one box. See, that's the thing, Kevin. That's what I was gonna say about Freightliners. The aftermarket, the newer trucks have what's called DEF, if you don't know trucking. and it's diesel exhaust fluid, and it's for the environment. It helps if you ever see someone roll coal with black smoke coming out of their pipe. They didn't want to see that anymore. Thanks a lot, Diesel Brothers from Utah, for putting that all over their videos. I think they started the EPA being like, oh. So they're trying to crack down on that, and that's why they have all these new emission things that came out like 2007 to 2010, and they're getting better at it. But Freightliner has a thing called a one box where it's all in one area. Guy next to me is finally done, so that means we should be next. And if that breaks, like, you can't just replace little parts in it, you have to replace the whole thing. So, and that's what Kevin's saying. It's freaking $14,000. It used to be like $10,000. Got my CDL in one day. It's crazy. Back in the day, you had an instructor or a friend or somebody, man. Any problems with your? I don't, Junk Pirate. I didn't have any problems with my Cummins. Is pretty good with my Volvo either. Given the opportunity, would you have gotten a W9 day cab? Yes, Richard, I would have, but they were 2 to 3, 4 times the price. Like for Peterbilt or Kenworth, they don't have the 12.7 either. And that's my main thing I was looking for, is to find that motor. I wasn't looking for the type of truck. I was looking for a 12.7 Detroit. And I was going to get a cab over, but then everybody kept telling me how hot it is in there, and you're sitting right on top of the motor, and some of the motors didn't have the best power, and it's hard to find parts for them. So like the Big Cam 350, the Big Cam 400 Cummins, good motors, but just unless you've been working on them or know them or have a bunch of parts from other ones of them, you're going to be struggling to find stuff. So 12.7 Detroit was one of the most commonly made trucks, or the motors, back in the day. And that's what they would use for the new trucks. They're called gliders. They would build these new trucks like mine, brand new frame, and then put an old motor in it so it didn't have the ELD. They're kind of getting away with it. Fitzgerald was the company that did a lot. But the motor they would use was the 12.7 Detroit. How long have you been driving trucks? What's up? I started going straight to truck driving after May of 2018. So went to school, bought my truck, started my authority August 2018. August 8th. Almost a 5-year anniversary coming up. You prefer football or basketball? I love playing basketball, but I know football better, and I was better at football. How did I get into trucking? Phil, man, I just was Uber driving a minivan at night after fabricating grills, like metal grills for the front ends of like Ford and Chevy trucks. And I picked up a guy. I'll never forget. I think it's off White Horse Road. Every time I drive by the fuel station, I see it and I know which one it was. A little small fuel truck stop, and the guy that I picked up was Uber driving him back to his house from his truck. And he told me he needed to look in the truck, and this nice guy gave me the knowledge on the industry out here. And I said, oh, that makes sense. A lot of stuff's being manufactured out here, a lot of stuff moving around. So I went to truck driving school that weekend, and then I never looked back. I was a truck driver. Cab over Peterbilt, hot in the summer and cold in the winter, yeah. So they look cool. They're like a nostalgic, cool truck, and one day I will have one. But it just didn't make sense for what I wanted to do with the cement. I was like, it could be cool, but probably not cool as in temperature. I still can do Uber, but I haven't done it in a while. I did it last week for just like 2-3 rides. A couple people take them around, but the cement loads definitely do better than Uber. But it's still there. Like if it's a rainy week and there's no cement and there's no dry van loads at all, like usual, I could always Uber just to keep you busy and make some money. 379, 389, not much difference in the two trucks, but I would probably do the newer one, the 389, but they still make them both, I believe. I don't know everything about the Peterbilts. Are all trucking schools the same, or is there a company you recommend? What's up, man? I went to a community college. There's actually in South Carolina, they give you like a credit from the lottery, like if you go buy a scratch-off ticket or Mega Millions or whatever ticket, there's that lottery for your state allocates you like they paid for like half my school, so it was awesome. They do it. You just ask for it and they give it to you. So I paid like $1,800 for school, and that was through the Greenville Tech Community College. So I go to a trade school or something like that. You can go with a company, but be wary. They're going to make you sign a contract. So before you even go to that school or have them bus you out there, ask them what that contract is, how long you got to run with them. I'm always positive and not giving no matter what you're. I'm trying, man. Thanks a lot, ESAT. Yeah, the schools will try to. They want their investment back, and they'll say, "Oh, this costs $8,000 for this school, and probably like 10,000 now with inflation. Don't let that make you feel like you owe them something. You can even negotiate the contract. Be like, look, I'll run with you guys for 6 months to a year, or 6 months. If I like it and you guys are treating me good, then I'll stay. But they need you more than you need them. So companies will train you. Yeah. Are you fixing the other truck? Yeah, Aaron, it's almost ready to go. Just did the oil pay for trucking school. Yeah, Teamsters will. Do you have any interest in car hauling? Stuart, man, I've had a couple guys I've met from the channel, but have watched the channel or know me from YouTube. Talked to them about it. I wouldn't say it's like feast or fathom. It's a niche place, and you can take. I don't know how new your equipment has to be for BMW's contract, but I do live right next to BMW, so they could take the nice new BMWs, deliver them. And then what this guy said is he would go deliver them somewhere, Texas, up in the Midwest somewhere, and then he would just piece the other ones coming back towards here. So that's, I mean, I love cars, so I can drive any kind of car and that kind of stuff, so it's definitely something I could do. I just don't know the loop. I love the drive-in for the versatility it has when the market's good. You can go where you want to go and haul all kinds of different stuff and all that. And yeah, I've done flatbed before. That was fun also. I did not like tarping. I don't think anybody does. But it's definitely harder working. If you want more like of an achievement, feeling good about what you've done that day, then yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm hearing them work on my trailer, but I'm not seeing the trailer move. Getting unloaded in Indy. There you go. Tyler, get some good time at home, man. Me too. Once I'm done here, go put the truck up, lock it up, and get to the lake, get on the water, because that sun is already hot. It is 87 degrees. So it's I'm kind of working the green APU too much because I got my door open. I'm sitting here with my door open. Probably should close it. Let the APU not work so hard. I need to tint these windows. I've already tinted the windows in my FLD. I haven't tinted the W9's windows. Yeah, Toyota plant in Commerce also, and then in Alabama there's Kia and Hyundai right there too. But the BMW is like right there. Wish you would let us Aussies come over and work again in America like they did in the 90s. Yeah, that's a lot of what brokers are good for new authorities. That's a lot of my older videos will show you that, but pretty much I don't know if it's changed in the last 5 years much, but Uber and Convoy, a lot of the other ones will want 30 days to 90 days before they will let you work with them. So I remember that. I remember the first load I had like outside of Uber or Convoy. Convoy wasn't big when I first started. Convoy came in like the next year. In 2018, I was pretty much all Uber freight, and it was limiting, but the market was so good that it was still good. You paid $2,500 in 2019. I forgot we were talking about that. You paid $2,500 for. Oh, is that for school? Yeah. So that's pretty much. And then I got like 1,000 off. Mine was like $3,000. I got like 1,000 off, or almost $3,000. Prime is 1 year or 4K if you bow out early. There you go, Kevin. That's not bad, 4K in 1 year. And Prime's a pretty good company, I've heard. I've seen good things about them, and it seems like they do take care of everybody, and they try to teach you. They're the closest company to teaching you what I do, which is like booking your own loads and spot market stuff. And I think Prime has a lot of reefer also if you want to get in that market. Big O, what's up, man? Contact me if you're interested. Stuart, are you talking about car hauling? Hawaii has car haulers mostly for Surfco and Tesla. Yeah, I can't see Hawaii having a big market because it's not that big. Like Oahu, you can drive right across it in, I forget how long, 45 minutes. Highway 1, 2, and 3. I remember Oahu like yesterday. That's the first Hawaiian island I went to. Ramon, what's going on, buddy? Yes, Aaron, I'm still doing cement loads. I was just blessed to. Would you check out my channel? Sure, Mr. Odd, I'll check it out. Try Conestoga. Yeah, Tick, those trailers are super, you get a spread, I lost it, but, yes, car hauling. All right, Stuart, yeah, I don't know, I mean, I know it's lucrative, I just don't, buying a truck specifically for car hauling, seems like once you're in that industry, because if you're going to go, those trucks are $500,000 for, the car haulers that Peterbilt, because they're specifically designed for the. If anything, the next thing I would do would be RGN. I wouldn't do flatbed. I would do like RGN, moving big equipment around the South. That would be probably the future. If I keep staying in trucking for longer, in 10 years, I'd probably go buy an RGN trailer. And it's pretty cool. If you don't know what that is, like that's what my truck was delivered to me on. It disconnects as a lower removable gooseneck, RGN, removable gooseneck. And it lays like the trailer on the ground, and you disconnect it back here, and you still have like another little step up here, and then you can just drive whatever you need onto that trailer and then hook back into it and lift it up. It's pretty dang cool. And that's what they move all the excavators and stuff on. Aaron, I'm trying to get her to do the reaction videos. We just have to find like copyright issues of where we're gonna get our content from, if it's okay for TikTok and all that kind of stuff, and figuring out green screen. Good morning from Walmart overnight. There you go. Insurance on those are way much on. Yeah, that's another thing. Insurance might be a little bit more than $6,000 a year, like I'm gonna get this year. Hey, Seuss, I'm carrying like what was it called? It's Royal Purple. Royal, not the oil. It's not Royal Purple. Super clean, not super clean. I don't know. It's like a cleaning product, like stuff you put on the ground in cat litter to absorb dirt, but it's all kinds of stuff. It's 23 pallets of all kinds of different stuff. So they have everything from like detergents to spray bottles to that other stuff. Thought about buying a trailer for hauling concrete. I did think about that, and like being a dedicated one. They actually have one that needs repair, and I was thinking about like paying for the repairs and doing that, but those trailers are pretty expensive, and you have to really make it work, you got to have like 10 of them and have a contract like they do, the guys I work with. I don't think I want to jump that much into concrete. I just enjoy being able to work with them and help them when they need the help, and it helps me fill the gap for the dry van market not being so great. Run another truck? No, we're in a W9. You can see the seats. Got those Kenworth seats in here. I lived on the island for 4 years. I don't recall seeing a semi. Yeah, that's why I think it's all box trucks and stuff. I love my black smoke. You can use your truck and run all Southeast or even local in South Dakota. Yeah, I guess we're different trailers, like the 7 cars or something. But if I was in I don't know if it makes it more sense to have the truck like up the trailer, the car above your truck kind of thing, like the Peterbilts you see right there at the P store all the time when you're right by BMW. What did you do? What's up? I used to fabricate grills. I had a CNC plasma machine, and I would sell them online, I could probably do it even. I was talking to T-Dubs, and that's like another future goal. Once we build our shop, get back to making grills, just the ones that were not easy to make, but were like the top sellers, like a 2011 and 2016 F-250. Those were a great seller. The Dodge Rams, like my truck, those are awesome. Just the trucks that were made a lot of, because I was trying so hard to do like every truck, and it was time consuming, and like the R&D, the developing the new ones was taking up a lot of my time. So I would just get back into it and make the ones that I enjoyed making. And people would always say, I'll give you this much money, just make me one for this truck. And I would be like, I went and made the Tacoma, I did the Tundras, but I was making grills. That's what I did. If you look way back on my Instagram, I think my Instagram is just trucking _ IG. I'm doing a lot more on that nowadays, because it seems like my family is all on Instagram now. They're not on. I would do Facebook just to keep in contact with my family, but everybody's on Instagram. So I started doing more Instagram instead of Facebook. Custom parts for those trucks, those so good. Yeah, and I was selling those for $1,400. I had a couple that were like $2,000 a piece, and I was selling them. So I stopped that though. I did a little bit more of it when I started trucking, but I just went straight to trucking. Good morning. What's up, AV8? Have a great weekend with your family. You too, Robert. When are you going to use the other truck? I Seuss, I'm going to use it. Insurance renews on the 25th, so that's when we'll know. Well, because I don't want to like go to my insurance and say, hey, I'm going to add another truck real quick when they gave me such a great rate on this one. So once this one renews and I'm on that insurance thing, then I'll talk to them about adding that truck and see how much it's going to run, how much it's going to cost to do it. What kind of work you're going to do to the FLD? What I really want to do, I want new tires. I want to get a new bumper. I want like a 20-inch or an 18-inch bumper that wraps and like concaves with the tires. Maybe it looks super good on those FLDs. Just that and a seat. Maybe they make a bunch of new dashers for them too, like chrome gauges. And then now that I have those flip switches, I can get those long switches for it too. Where's your red Dodge truck? It's at the lake, Aaron. So it's just hooked to my boat permanently. That's where it's at. Does the trucking seems a lot? Yeah, it can be. Don't let it fool you. There's a guy that makes parts for Pete's and he's making a killing. Yeah. So that's what I did before. Trucking can be fun. It's if you're in the right area, you had to book the right loads, and you have the right company, or you do it yourself, and the market's good. I loved going down to Florida for a day or two and coming right back home, getting a load from Savannah. That was my bread and butter. Love doing that, but that is kind of gone right now. So we got stuff like this. It's local around Atlanta and going everywhere, Tennessee or whatever, but the cement is kind of holding it down until we get back into it. Kevin and Tanya, I got to see you 4 years ago. Drive a propane truck now. There you go. And it's the best living I've made yet. There you go, Kevin. That's awesome, man. Is it just one of the straight axle kind of tankers on the back propane trucks run local? I believe you got to have hazmat for that. I think. I don't know. How did you get into that? It's pretty cool. Insurance are killer. They had me pay triple from $190 to $650 per month for just your car. $30,000 for car haul insurance. Wow. When you're new to the game, man. SH Tube makes custom parts. Yeah, I saw them at the truck show, Lone Star. They make a heck of a lot of stuff, man. It's a pretty cool place. CFI and Wiley Sanders are they're gonna stage for a drag race right now. I don't know what they're doing. That CFI just got here. Maybe he just took that long to turn around. I don't know. Maybe he just switched trailers, dropping hook. I don't know. His tandems are not slid though. They make you slide your tandems here before you even leave, or before you even leave the gate. Hazmat and tanker. There you go. I like my Simpsonville loads. Yeah, Simpsonville is an awesome place to live. Definitely. It seems like the word got out there. Everyone's moving there, so they're building a bunch of houses. That's good for your housing market, but the streets, just a lot of people moving in there. Like where I used to come out of my development, there was probably 1 or 2 cars every now and then you can go. Now it's like a steady. They're gonna have to put a light there, put a traffic light, because there's so many people moving into that area, which is good. But I moved away from all the rustle bustle business. Wisconsin, what was the toughest part of starting the YouTube channel? The YouTube channel, Frank, I started even before. I was flipping cars in Arizona, and even back then I had the concept of why not, if people are buying it from other states or they were high-end cars, not super high-end, but like just modified cars. Anyways, I would do a video of them and I would load it to YouTube so they could like watch that video. I'd say go to this link and watch this video, and then you could see the whole car, walk around, show the imperfections and what everything it had or whatever. So that's where I started YouTube channel. I had like 500 subs, maybe if that. And then when I got into trucking, I did it because I thought he's got a brand new hub on there. Look at his back front tire. Brand new cap, brand new hub. Well, I had a problem. Luckily they caught it before the thing blew up or burnt up. But yeah, anyways, I had a YouTube channel and I said, and I watched YouTube when I was in CDL school. I watched to learn because the instructors were just comatose, just didn't care. Would ask them questions about what motor to buy, what truck to buy, and they would just tell me to go work for a company for 20 years. I said, I don't really want to work just for 30 cents a mile, man. I want to get this $2 a mile stuff, which was great back then. That's when I saw the numbers in it, and I said, well, I can work on stuff. But anyways, YouTube wasn't hard. I just stuck with it, and I made a video every day because like I watched Joe Rogan, and I felt connected to him before he went and got the $100 million Spotify deal. I felt connected to him kind of like every day. That's what he did. Like that was the day that happened today. It wasn't 2 weeks ago or last year. So I like that. I like being like, okay, I'm talking to these people like from today. What's up, Jason? And then I just said I'm going to implement that into my YouTube channel. I'm just going to like everyday life with Justin and what I'm doing, and then I would teach people what I wanted to know that there was no information on, like what's a lane, what's a good price on a truck, what kind of motor is the best motor to get, what kind of stuff breaks on these trucks or that trucks, that kind of stuff. Yeah, Lone Star, it's a full-time job, huh, man? You stick with it, you grind with it, people get to know you, and then they expect it from you, and then you take a week off, they're like, where are you? I'm coming back, I'm still here, I promise. So, Wisconsin, Justin, what was the toughest part? Okay, yeah, that's what I read. But yeah, it's just take it as a job. If you do it as a hobby, and I came in at the right time when trucking was becoming really popular, and a lot of people wanted information on it, so that helped me blow up my YouTube channel, and I came in when COVID was hitting, so There's going to be people though that will try to take you down or try to be mean to you. It's just, that's part of the world. And there's also people that will tell you like, oh, buy subs, because a lot of people can buy subscribers, and it's not the way to do it. You're not going to build it up that way and build a good base of people that want to learn from you or see what you're doing during the day. So one thing I would not recommend is ever doing that, because they will email you and be like, hey, you want us to buy you subscribers? We can get you 1,000 for this much, like 3 cents per subscriber. I'm like, no, I don't want to buy them. I want this to be the real. Everyone that has clicked the subscribe button is someone that said, hey, this guy might teach me something, or I like watching his family or something like that. So watch. Oh, that's gonna be a Waxa. I want to read that one. Waxahachie. Waxahachie, is that how you say it? Texas. God bless you too, Christopher. That's a cool name to live in. I would just say Waxa. SH2 makes good stuff for trucks. Yeah, I drive for Coke up in North Georgia. Too scared to go over the road. Yeah, Stuart. I mean, it's not. It is challenging. I guess that's another thing you like, especially the Northeast. The Northeast, I would never send a new trucker to, because there's just so many tiny roads or places you get stuck at, and the truck stops they're always full. It's pretty, and I'm glad I went all the way to Maine. I'm glad I went to every state up there, even Vermont. I kind of made routes to go through everything, and then I really learned a lot about like New York upstate, how pretty it is, how much farmland is up there. Just all that kind of stuff, and then just I don't know, but it was just pretty, and going to see all that and experience, so that was really fun. I wouldn't do it now because the market doesn't make sense up there, but it was cool to do it back then. But trucking, it can be scary depending on where you're going, and you learn real quick, just don't ever go over bridges into New York or Pennsylvania. Just stay over on 81 and above, trying to go to Pennsylvania and come back out. Or I mean, Philadelphia. Watching you and your family. There you go, Matt Hatter. Thanks, man. What's up, William Foster? From New Zealand. I love New Zealand. Never been, but I just love everything I've seen and heard about it. What's up, Aaron? Howdy, mate. What's a hoochie, Texas? Trying to read what you guys are saying. Good morning, Lawns Squad. How you doing, man? I can't. What time is it right now? My phone won't tell me. I don't have my iPad in here because my little thing that holds my iPad broke. The clamp that you like tighten down. It has like 2 things and it would tighten down. The top would just boop. The iPad fell down. I was like, what the? Plastic just let go. I said, see you later. It's not my day. What's up? The mountains aren't that bad. Once you learn them, and if you're going slow, and especially if it's automatic, turn the Jake brakes on, it's going to do it for you. Like, you're not going to go too fast. It's not like you're going to put it in neutral. Manual might be a little scary for someone who doesn't understand it, because if you start going too fast and you get out of gear, you're going to be in trouble, man. So as long as you stay in a gear, you put the Jakes on and you surge your brakes, you push them and let them off. Push them, let them off. Don't just hold them down, because they're going to get really hot, and then it's called burning or smoking your brakes, and then you're not going to have any brakes, and it's going to be bad. So it sounds worse than it is, but there's certain things you can do that won't make it that bad. Yeah, 95, I will never, Mr. Odd, I will try to always go away. And when the GPS is like, oh, you can save 2 hours this way, I'm like, probably not. Like, not with the traffic when it comes, and I'd rather just go up and over. Paying for stuff not having. Yeah, I'm glad I pressed that sub button. Thanks a lot, Matt Hatter. Yeah, paying for subs, I don't get. Mike Caldwell, how you doing, man? I haven't seen you in a long time. He's one of our original subscribers. Actually, one of our giveaway winners. Upstate New York. It does get scary, but you get used to it. Yeah. Once you pulling solar panels from Duncan to DeSoto, Georgia. There you go. Keeping up with the Joneses. Keep it going. Grandkids watch your channel and your kids' channel all the time. Thanks a lot, Thomas. Appreciate it, man. Trying to get more content out there. Just crazy world right now. When it was stuff like this and I could make good money going to Florida and back, I could be home for the weekend, and we weren't at the lake every weekend. I have more time to do different stuff, but right now it's just kind of a rustle bustle. Get it done, get the bills paid, and keep progressing. And then we'll see when it comes back, if hopefully it does. Help me get confidence to get my seat. There you go, Aaron. Congrats, man. I'm glad I could do that. That's the kind of stuff I was looking for when I was Josh Jeffers. There you go. The family's doing great, Josh. So they're probably T-Dubs probably has a cup of coffee in her hand right now, and the boys are probably eating cereal, watching Bluey or something, and the other two younger boys are probably outside ripping up the concrete with their dirt bikes and stuff. I don't know. But when I get back, we're gonna go on the lake. I think we're gonna buy a tube today. Buy a tube. I think Colin's ready for it, so we'll go down to the store, get a rope and a tube, and see if they enjoy it. Because we can keep that at the lake. We can put it in that shed. Just bring it down and want to go. But it was nice last night going swimming and stuff out there in the water. Beautiful out there. I got coffee also. There you go, Mr. Twisted. That's T-Dubs is a whole different person until she gets her coffee in the morning. She is a groggly gremlin until she drinks a little coffee and gets going. But she's not a morning person at all. I can get up like snap with the finger. Alarm goes off, I'm up, I'm ready to go. Drink some water and go to the bathroom. But she needs a good 30 minutes and a cup of coffee. I-85 the other day is good. Not a lot of stop and go traffic the key is going through. Yeah, exactly, Sandra. I love, if I have a load, if I ever had a load forward or anything and I had to go through Atlanta, I would time it where I would go after 8 o'clock at night and get through there. Yeah, but the 95 up to New York even more. Everyone drinks coffee. Not everyone does. I never drink coffee. Ramon, 10-4 on a coffee. There you go. I never drank coffee in my life till I married T-Dubs. Well, it wasn't a thing to me. My stepmom drank it every now and then growing up, but it was never a thing. My mom never drank it. My dad, it wasn't a thing that they did. But I liked the smell of it, but I didn't like, I would try it. And of course, I never put any creamers or anything like sugar or mixed it right. But I would just drink the straight black coffee. It's like, who in the world likes this stuff? I don't care if it makes you have a caffeine kick in. It tastes like dirt. So I didn't like it. Then I learned how to do it. Drink coffee when you need to, yeah. Well, sometimes, yeah, I'll grab a coffee at night if I'm trying to make the last 200 miles on my clock and just not, it's a repetitive straight road on Florida going down 95. You're like, man, I need to, sometimes just stopping. Like, I know people say keep your door closed and keep going, but you'll get repetitive and you get tired. And that doesn't mean you lack of sleep or nothing. You're just like, and I'll just get out, stop, and walk around and come back to the truck, and you've got a whole nother 2-3 hours of feeling great. So sometimes just getting out of the truck and stopping, the repetitive same thing, even though you don't need to really stop. Eat these Greek yogurts and granola bowls in the morning. Yeah, no, Paul, that's good for you, man. I love granola. You forget about it till you have some more and you're like, man, I really like this stuff. Much love. Watching on YouTube, don't like coffee at all. Yeah, junk. Don't tell T-Dubs that. That's her favorite. Oh man, Starbucks Frappuccino. Yeah, T-Dubs loves the Starbucks. We haven't had Starbucks in a while. We mostly do it when we're like going somewhere, traveling or doing something. Thanks a lot, Jeffrey. Canada, how are you, man? Doing good, Random Gamer. We are trying to do good, man. We're just finally pulling our trailer, even though I don't think that they might have taken a break or something. I don't know. Probably get detention on this one. Because myself, the guy, there was 2 trucks in front of me when I got here at 6:15. They're both gone, and the other guy behind me is over there. So, I don't know. But they said there's no green light or red light. They just said when they're done, they will come tell you, which I saw him. The guy came out and gave him his paperwork, so. It's not that they forgot about me. I'm in door 43, and he definitely saw my truck when he walked out here, so I don't feel like I have to go talk to nobody yet. Got my coffee here. There you go. Wish I could have stayed longer at the truck show, talk to you more, but would love to chill. Thanks a lot, James. It was awesome meeting all you guys. What's next on Trans Am is subframe connectors and a rear end, but that's just getting it running and getting it going. That was my goal for it. But it's like the first car. Hopefully one of the boys will take it over later in life when, maybe all 3 of those cars. I don't know, the SS, the IROC, and the Trans Am. Maybe that'll all be 3 of their cars. But I'd like to keep doing that more. But I really need to stop buying things and just focus on building a shop. I got my motorcycle. I got my old truck back. We had the boat. We had the jet skis. I need to just focus and save money to build a shop now. I need to move the shed and build a shop, and then that'll be once that's going and we have a lift, because I don't want to do a rear end, subframe connectors, all that stuff underneath the car. I mean, I did enough underneath the car. I've done enough transmissions in T-Dub's car and my white Dodge lately. I actually did a transmission in that red Dodge back in Arizona in my driveway. I'd rather have a lift though. A lift makes things so much easier. When I did the drive shaft on my Hellcat, yeah, having the lift made it like night and day easier. So we need to build a shop, bottom line. Free brunch bag, yeah, happens to be Music City Transport, I'm telling you, yeah. We're gonna take a 20-minute break real quick. Who cares about those truck drivers out there? Give me a pallet jack, man, I'll unload it. Got my Pepsi this morning. Yeah, there you go. Random gear, that's the caffeine. Unique Ash, whereabouts are you? I am right on the border of South Carolina and Georgia, like the lake's right over there. Beep. Probably about 10 miles, maybe less than that. And we just got into Georgia. We took the second exit or the first exit, went south about a mile, less than a mile. Took a right, and this road went like straight parallel to 85, and then we're right there, like 2 miles. Unique Ash, thank you. There you go. I don't know what you're talking. Need a hoist. Yeah, just can't wait to see the Camaros too. Yeah, I can't. I don't know. Every time I look at that SS, like that was the car I wanted. Well, that was the second car I wanted most in high school, because that's a '99. That's the year I graduated high school. That was like the car. And I remember this one time we were like on lunch and we went to go look at these cars, me and my best friend, and we went to the Trans Am dealership with WS6, the 6-speed one. It was a black one. It wasn't a WS6, sorry, it was like a V6 version, but the salesman was such a kook. He was like, let's go back to your high school and show it off. I'm like, So he drove us, and we were like in the car, driving around our high school with this random guy, and I'm like, this is weird. But it was cool to go in the WS6, but it wasn't a WS6, it was like the tricked out V6 version. They probably wouldn't let you test drive the WS6, but that's, if you don't know what WS6 is, it was like the first LS powered LS1 6-speed, pretty crazy car back then in '99. Like it was a whole new game changer from the 200 horsepower emission dogs to the LT1, and then now the LS1 came out and it was a game changer. But anyways, that Camaro was like my favorite, but the WS6 was my super favorite. So, but having that '99 SS, a true SLP car, I'm like, oh, well, I should just restore this one too, instead of ripping the motor out of it, because I can find a motor, an LS1 somewhere, but I got that car. You can't find an LS1 with a T56 6-speed for $3,000, which is what I paid for that whole car. So, yeah, breakfast time. See you later. All right, Mike Caldwell, take care, brother. Last fall, I bought one of those polyurethane discs, put on the Kingpin. It didn't go well. Crushed it before I could even try it. It was like $20 a day. Yeah, you forgot about it. I just went back there, bam. Runs to Canada. Canada, I would do it for sure. I don't know the border stipulations, the passport or how you get that stuff done. That's what I'd be worried about. So that's why I haven't done it. Thanks a lot, Kristen. We are slowly getting American cars here, and Oz, Rams, Silverados, Camaros, Corvettes, expensive for my taste. Yeah, they're everywhere over here, but that's one car I would like to have is the C8 Corvette. Not for right now because of the kids and stuff, but later on, having a nice removable top Corvette would be cool. Keep looking at my trailer to see if it's moving, but we are not moving. You guys are not bringing the great luck today. We're not. You'll see the walls kind of move a little bit when you're getting unloaded. When you're attached to the trailer, you can really feel it, but I'm detached from the trailer right now. Whatever, we'll see. We will see, but I think I'm going to get out of here and walk to the break room, guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming in. I'm sorry I haven't. This is hopefully in the future where we can be pulling drive in more, going live and talking about what my wheelhouse is, what I've been doing for 4 years, teaching you guys the ins and outs of owner operating with a one truck operation. And yeah, motors and stuff and everything pertaining to all of our stuff. Yeah, GT500 is a beautiful car. I had that when that car first came out, the 07. I fell in love right away. The hood scoops, the motor, the big 5.4 liter motor. But yeah, I love you guys. I hope I'll go live more. But it's easy for me to go live when I'm sitting in a dock and I got a bunch of free time. When I'm doing cement, I can't, because especially when I get there, there's horrible service. So we don't do it. But yeah, you guys take care of yourself. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your family. Hold your loved ones tight and just enjoy the day. I mean, we don't look up enough and understand that like every day is a blessing. A lot of people, it's their last day. So that's it. But I love you guys. God bless you. And hopefully we can go live sooner than later again. Until then, see you in the next one.